Let's see if this works. That is like magic. We bought waterfront vacant land and we're turning it into the ultimate recreation getaway. My goal is to inspire you to go out and make stuff of your own. If I can do it, then you certainly can too. We got this Goodland wood burning hot tub in the winter and we've been obsessed with this thing. We use it every day we're at the lake and we want to kind of do two things today. We want to find a more permanent home for it and integrate it more with a sauna. And the second thing is we want to find a better way to fill it from the lake. So right now it's about 60 feet from the lake and we've been running a hose and plugging in a generator and dropping a pump in, and it takes about 35 minutes to fill because of the small hose size and the long run. So one of the things we want to do is maybe move it closer to the lake. I wanted to try making a 3D map of the property. I use an app called Drone Deploy, which actually takes over the drone and flies it in an automated pattern. It takes tons of images and then turns it into a 3D model. It's not perfect, but it's pretty cool. So we plan on building a deck right here, kind of in front of the sauna, and then we want to build steps that go down and then kind of a ground level deck around the corner here where it'll lead to the water. This is where we put the tub in the winter. We just kind of put it on the flattest spot. It was like 2 or 3 feet of snow here. And now that it's spring, we're gonna move it probably over to here. We're gonna try that out. The nice thing is it's so light, we can kind of just like move it and try it out and see if we like it. And if we don't, we'll just move it somewhere else. I like to lay out wood to like get an idea of where it's gonna be. I really love this rock outcrop, which is kind of why we chose this. And we're gonna try to keep this tree and set up some like coat hangers on it. We're gonna have to buzz this one down because it's kind of over where the chimney's gonna be. And it's competing with this pine anyways. We planted some low bush blueberries, so we're gonna have to transplant those before we move the tub here.
But yeah, so they shoot these out. And then like that's a new root coming from that one.
I picked up this green laser level and it's been really useful for leveling ground. I'll link it and other things I use in this video in the description in case you need it. I get asked how easy this tub is to assemble, and it's super simple. No tools required. You can take the whole thing apart and assemble it yourself, which makes it really easy to move or clean. He found his toys and he's super ready to go in. It's not ready yet. Soon, okay? Love your hat. He's pretty happy with this bucket of water while he waits for us to move the hot tub. The Goodland tub actually comes with a drain line, which is a really nice touch. It doesn't take long to drain either through this nice large drain. Another reason this spot will be great is the natural crack in the rock for the drain and the water source. The firebox is reversible, so we flipped it around to make it more accessible. We fired up the generator for the last time just to fill it up and try it out in this new location. But stick around because we're going to eliminate the generator and make this water filling process so much easier. They sell a cover for the open area by the firebox and the chimney, which I didn't get, but I think I might order that because that'll help keep the pine needles and stuff out of it when we're not using it. This spot has almost panoramic views of the water, and it's nice and close for filling it, and it looks good at night too. We love it here. I think this will be its permanent home. I'd love to know if you think we should build a kind of permanent deck underneath it, or we were planning on probably laying gravel down underneath it so that, you know, later we can move it or level the gravel. Because it's so light, we could move it around or decide to move it somewhere else down the road. Let me know what you think though. Deck or gravel? Today's challenge is gonna get water into it without setting up a generator. And my brother thought of this really cool idea of how to fill the tub without any like visible pipes and stuff. So I bought a bunch of stuff to do that, and my goal is to run the line from out here in the lake and have it run here. And my brother's idea was to have the tub fill from the drain. So there wouldn't be any like visible faucets or anything like that, or the sound of running water. And with the pump we selected, I think it'll almost be silent. I got a 12-volt pump off of Amazon that's said to have a lot of flow, and we're gonna be setting up solar for the sauna for lights and stuff. So we're gonna size the solar and the battery to also be able to run this pump for a few minutes. The idea is I want you to be able to just flick the switch and the tub fills to the desired level and then just shuts off. And I'm gonna try this with a timer. So once we time it the first fill, we just set this timer to automatically turn off the pump, and then tub's ready to go. So I've got some tricky plumbing to do. Let's try to figure that out now. Boom. Let's try it out. All right, so I'm trying some sort of little tripod setup for this to keep it off of the bottom of the lake. I sent out the Explorer 200 on a mission to find the right pump location. The report back from the ship is that this spot will do just fine. The way this works is there's two pipes coming from the drain. This one is to fill it up from the pump, and there's a check valve. So when it's done filling, the water doesn't flow back out through the pump. And you can turn this off for like peace of mind, but it holds water without that. And then to drain it, you simply just open this one and it automatically just starts to drain. When I turn this switch on, it should energize this timing relay, which will energize this, and then it should turn off after the tub is full. Let's see if this works. That is like magic. That's incredible. I can't believe how quickly it fills up, and it's so quiet. Like, can you hear that? That's on right now. Before we were listening to a generator and it would take like 35, 40 minutes to fill up. Now it's like half that time and it's completely silent. Of course, I'm going to set that up a bit more permanently inside the sauna. We're getting pretty good at heating this to the perfect temperature, but if we were to overheat it, you just add cold lake water. But with this pump setup, we could just flick the switch for a few minutes and then manually just tap the switch off and get the tub to the perfect temperature.